morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, morning, morning. You're so back. You're absolutely back. It's only been 1 week off. Oh my goodness. I've done my headphones too. It's only been 1 week off. We're so back. We're absolutely back. Why were we off? Well, you can hear in the background of this very jam that we had we had the fam in town. We had the family in town. They were coming through. My sister and brother-in-law, my two nieces. They came to town, they hung out. Generally, whenever they come into town, they just play with the cat the whole time. That's the main goal, that's the main purpose. That is the girls' main intent. You know. So it is, so it goes. The cat honestly doesn't really appreciate it. She is old and would like to mostly sleep. And when you have two extremely, well, not extremely young, I guess. One is 3, the other 6. I don't know. I don't keep track of my niece's age. What the heck are you talking about? But one's older, one's younger. It's fun. It's cool. It's the older younger sibling dynamic. We love it. It's absolutely crazy. You know, they argue over who is doing the best job of petting the cat, which is like doesn't make any sense because they're children. Nothing to do if it makes any sense at all. It's always a great reminder about the origins of human existence, that it's nonsense, that our core, nothing we do makes any sense at all. And it's just a bunch of crap. It's just a bunch of garbage. Life is stupid garbage. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Incredible stuff. Let's do a little prep. You know, doing prep on stream instead of off stream. That's just streamer way. Streamer life. Nice. So it was nice having them in town. I always love to see them. They're very funny. Very active. And very silly. It was unfortunately pretty cold, so they were kind of stuck inside a lot. Went out to some playgrounds a couple times, but yeah, still pretty cold. Not a whole lot of time for them to run around outside, which was sad. You know, my sister and her brother-in-law are also pretty active, so they got a little stir crazy too. They were like, "What are we gonna do?" All the stuff they want to do is like outdoor fun activities, which Indianapolis, it has a decent amount of those, but yeah, it's not great. Merch news. I posted about this. I got the new Hassan Piker merch, John Brown Hunting Club, and I'm not gonna say anything more about it. Leave it as it's very comfy. It's a little big. He's I mean, trying to do merchandise sizing in the United States is just suffering because, you know, the true downfall, diversity of diversity, genetic diversity amongst humans, which is an extremely small range. But there is one range of genetic diversity which is truly a problem to solve for selling clothing, and that is the size of human beings. There's a wide range of sizes in the country. You know, Hassan, he took a trip to Japan and he discovered there isn't really a wide range of sizes of people in Japan, not nearly as much as you have in the United States. And so, he had trouble finding clothes because he was he's a mega outlier. I mean, he's a mega outlier in America anyway, but there's at least a sense of accommodating that due to, again, the diversity of human physiology which exists in the country. Huh? Sorry, let me adjust my mask a little bit so I'm not so Picasso'd for you. There we go. There we go. Yes, so the merch I ordered this time was medium. It's a little big. Last time it was small. It was a little small. Truly life is hell. But even though it's a little big, it's very comfortable. It's it's just an oversized fit. It works. Not too big. It's a little big. Baggy fit, you know what I mean? Still got the new merch. Chainsaw Man was off last week, so nothing to talk about there. The week before that, it's coming chapter in less than 24 hours now. Oh my god. You know, when there's a Chainsaw Man chapter, life is good. Life is good. When Chainsaw Man is off, life is still fine. But when it's on, yeah, that's what I like. That's what I like. This is true. I am not lying. I was actually current with Chainsaw Man way back in the day, right when it started being localized. Because Joey shouted it out on one of his manga I'm reading thing, because he's not the anime man, he's the manga man. Right? The manga man, but he has pretty decent overviews of actually interesting manga. I always appreciate with Joey that he doesn't waste his time on, I read everything, Garth. It's Garth, please just skip some of these. You don't have to watch it, dude. Save him. Please, someone help him. He's suffering, dude. He's absolutely suffering. But way back in the day, I was current on Chainsaw Man. I want to say around when it had 10 and 20 chapters, somewhere in that range. So I remember checking it out and being like, okay, this is pretty crazy. Who knows what's gonna happen? And that was back when I didn't really do weekly series. I mean, I was in the throes of grad school, so I didn't have that much time. Like I do now, being max needed out. I didn't have that much time to just fuck around and read manga 20 hours a day or whatever. Um, I'm such a horny freak. I'm scrolling through Chainsaw Man over here. You know what? We'll look at it together. Yeah, like, I think it was around... It's around here, right? Somewhere in here is where Makima gets shot. I distinctly remember being like, what the fuck? Because that was the last chapter that had come out. Being like, no way. No way Makima is dead. Oh my god. I'm gonna lose my mind. And there's the... Oh my god. I remember that. I remember suffering. I remember being like, well, I'm not reading this shit again. Fuck that. That was the last chapter. Around here. In the 20s or something like that. But I remember thinking, wow, this is pretty interesting. I did not think it would get to this level of notoriety. Basically because it's too weird. You know what I mean? Normally, stuff this weird does not really get popular. Like, Dorohedoro. A great example. I mean, Dorohedoro, it's, I don't think it's quite as good as Chainsaw Man, end of the day. But, you know, really interesting, cool ideas. Unique art style. Yeah, it has everything you need to definitely be interesting, and there's plenty of people who like it quite a bit. But you know, it's not as popular. It's just really weird. It's really weird and kind of upsetting and confusing, and everybody dies, and who knows what the fuck's going on. Nothing is explained. Nothing really makes sense. Like, it's a very strange work, and there's lots of things like that. Man in the Grey World is kind of like that. There's tons of weird ass manga. Even the Destruction is like that, right? Which is another one that's really good, but is not at the same level of popularity as Chainsaw Man at all. I didn't really think that it would get to this level. Well, to be fair, at the time, there were some good moments in the series. Like, you know, Devil, the Fox Devil entrance was good. But, it wasn't like that. I mean, it wasn't like that. Yay! You know, it's that first section, the Katana Man arc. There's some cool stuff in there, but you know, Fujimoto is not going nuts with his art, and he hasn't quite gone off in terms of the storytelling here. That moment with Makima on the train, right, where our eye gotten cut off originally. It's like, that's a crazy moment in terms of the story. But in the end, it's sort of not as crazy as all that. Not quite as insane as it first seems. And so you gotta chill out. You gotta like, okay, that's fine. This isn't that insane. This isn't that wild. This isn't that nutty. In terms of the story. So that's how I felt about it. I thought it had an interesting art style. I thought it had some unique ideas in terms of the story. But it was not gonna necessarily, you know, blow up. It wasn't gonna, you know, change the game or anything like that. It was just gonna be a kind of weird, freaky, Shonen Jump title, gory, you know, in the vein of Jujutsu Kaisen or Shigokuraku or Demon Slayer, of gorier, darker, but still ultimately in the mold of shonen. And of course, to the back half, that got completely. He went nuts. And then with the ending of part 1, I mean, he completely. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we all know what it is. But I was thinking back on that because friend of the show On the Rise, live scoring of the OTR interview coming. I gotta do it soon. Sheesh. Probably tonight. Later tonight. Stay tuned, okay? Stay tuned. Watch this spot. We will be live scoring the interview for you all tonight. It's a long one. It's gonna be like an 80-minute performance. I'm gonna have to sit down for this one. No, none of this standing up stuff. Probably gonna do it on guitar this time, just to kind of mix things up. Maybe not. Depends on what time it is. If it's a late night, I can't do it on guitar. It's too loud. I just want to get an electric guitar. Got an actual electric. Anyway, beside the point. Completely beside the point here. On the show, RJ from On the Rise was talking about how he remembers back when Spy Family was in a similar spot. Nothing in Shonen Jump is ever like an actual unknown manga, because it's in Shonen Jump, which is the most watched manga magazine on the planet, right? So anyone who's paying any attention to manga at all knows what's running in Shonen Jump. Right, and so Chainsaw Man and the Spy Family were never like unknown. But, you know, back when they first started, it wasn't like everyone was like, wow, this is it. This is the revolution. You know, many people have commented that a big chunk of the Chainsaw Man fandom came to Chainsaw Man after Part 1 was done. After Chapter 97 had been done for like about, say, 6 months to a year. Because that was really the moment I think a lot of people understood that this was something way more than like a normal Jump title after when it's all said and done. So yeah, I mean, Spy Family too. I don't even think it was really that popular as a manga per se until the show came out. Right? Like, not even the first arc or whatever. Just like, I don't think people really knew about it that much until it got animated. And, you know, I was reading it because it's funny. It has some good stuff in it, but I didn't really think it would even get to this point either. Like, the idea it has a movie, it's probably gonna be a stage play, you know, it's gonna have novels and shit. Like, it's still kind of weird to me. You know what I mean? Like, the idea that this thing is like, so popular. You know, this kind of like, I mean, it's basically a slice of life family comedy. I guess there have been plenty of those that are really popular in the history of manga, like Sazai-san, what the, like, the 5 dudes I look to say, I never watched that. You know, I mean, Gintama is kind of like that. Not family, but, you know, trio of weirdos. each with their respective abilities. That's like that's a blueprint for a type of comic that has been popular in the past, but it's been a while since one of those has been popular. I don't know. I said it last year. Slice of life back in such a big way. Although this year, I think I think the story of this year is JoJo. JoJo is roaring back, absolutely blasting back from the depths. Um, yeah, JoJo's coming back, and fantasy is leaving isekai behind. We're done. We are absolutely done with isekai. We got Dungeon Meshi coming. We got Frieren coming. There's no isekai in those. It's just fantasy. We're done with this. Yesterday, I watched the reincarnated princess and the genius magical queen duchess's what revolution. I watched a gay isekai. I watched fantasy Licorico. You know what I mean? First of all, Licorice Recoil is way better, but this one is way more gay, which is awesome, which is great, which is all we wanted from Licorice Recoil, right? Like, just do it, man. Shut the fuck up. So it was refreshing to see a Yuri like fantasy that didn't, you know, hedge at all. It just gave it to you. Just did it. We love that. We love lesbians having a good time. Also, spoilers. Don't lie, you ain't gonna watch that shit. It's not very good. Spoilers. The lesbians like become like immortal gods or something at the end. It's actually awesome. Awesome. Gay sword, immortal lesbians, uh, they're just gay forever, and then they get gay married. And I mean, one of them is the queen, so she's a queen. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? GG's. So sick. Um, I don't know. The whole thing is like, it's kind of a mess. It doesn't really make any fucking sense. Uh, for some reason, even though the entire society is completely unconcerned with like the status of the poor peasants and the orphans and, you know, the marginalized members of society, no one gives a shit about that, right? Um, in the nobility, for some reason, like the five central characters of the story only and their parents are seriously concerned. They think this is wrong. So bad. It's like, well, why do you guys think this is bad? I mean, it is bad. I agree with you, of course, but no one else in the society seems to have any problem with it. And you know, you have not really made clear the underpinnings of your belief that this is important. You know, you're just kind of like, freedom is a vibe. Poor people being poor and sad is not it. That's the extent. God, I love it. It's so stupid. It was very dumb. That's what I would say. It was an extremely dumb series. My brain was completely off the whole time. But it was super gay. It was The fight scenes looked like ass. Um, the acting was great. The voice acting was great, and the characters were interesting. Characters were interesting and engaging. The main characters. Every character besides the main characters was done like just nothing. Just even the brother, dude. These dudes in these Yuri shows, man. I'm starting to understand. Like, it's not even. There's a type of dude in Yuri who, like, you know, likes one of the girls, tries to get in the way and stop the relationship. That's obviously so annoying, and those dudes need to just shut the fuck up. Get out of here, stray boy. Oh, wait. We're not here for you. Please leave. But in Licorice Recoil and in this gay isekai, it's not even, it's technically a tensei, by the way. Whatever. Anyway. There's this dude he's not, like, he isn't getting involved with the couple, but they both have this, like, other dimension of, like, the Licorice. In Licorice Recoil, right? They're, you know, agents of the state who fight against secret terrorism. Secret terrorism. I forgot how stupid Licorice Recoil is, too. It's so fucking dumb. Anyway, they're fighting against secret terrorists. So stupid. Right, and then there's this, like, main villain dude who's, like, I don't know. Like, he's just, like, an annoying incel or whatever. Right? And I think he turns out to be related. I don't even remember. I didn't even remember his storyline because he just needed to shut the fuck up and get the fuck out of there. And once he was gone, that was very satisfying because I didn't have to listen to his stupid fucking bullshit anymore. I was like, I don't know. Alright, Japanese authors have a tough time writing terrorists, I think, because, the only, big deal terrorists in Japan have been, like, weird cultists, and you can't really write about weird cult stuff, that openly, because, you know, the entire government is compromised, as the world recently learned. A big chunk of society might, you know, come for you. Which is, very concerning, I think, for Japanese society at large. Don't necessarily... That's not great. We don't love that. So, yeah. My face. Hold it like this for now. Yeah, so terrorists or, I don't know, political radicals or whatever are always kind of like, they're not written very well. I think Cowboy Bebop probably has some of the best to date. Really old. Cowboy Bebop and Ghost in the Shell. That's some good ones. I'm probably a little bit laggy. I'm dropping about 50% frames. Yeah, 15-16%. Luckily, this is not like a high octane. If I was like a, FPS streamer, I'd be devastated by the state of the internet stability here right now. Ugh, Western eyes. I'm gonna explode my favorite toys. So bad. Like a poorly written terrorist. Yeah, but Licorice Recoil and this one, they both just had like, in this one it was the prince, the crown prince, the main character's brother was like this annoying dude, and you just stop, shut up, dude. You didn't do anything, and then you were just a dick about it, and I don't care. And then you get banished because you suck, and you don't even like it doesn't even matter. So stupid. So it's pretty dumb. It was not good. You know, no real reason to watch it. I would say 6 out of 10. Yeah, there were some entertaining bits, good moments, but it was not, yeah, not particularly interesting or well done overall. I would say. Respect to all the staff that worked on it, of course. I thought the actual production was decent. The fights looked like shit, but you know, the fucking I don't know, B minus tier isekai story. Don't kill yourself. You know what I mean? No need to go that hard. Um, so yeah, they didn't. It worked fine. I watched it all. I had a decent Sunday off of that. Yeah, it's my little anime review to start the first half hour of the stream here. Now I want to get into the main topic for today. There's some more things I could talk about, but I do want to not have this go too long. Where's my text? Power. I'm gonna fade out the music here. Because I'm gonna use these for video cuts. Speaking in silence. Today we're talking about power. Boom. Where is she? Right here, baby. There she is. Today on the show, we are continuing our long-term series. The first part of the first section of Chainsaw Man, fully explained. Coming, I don't know when it'll be done. Chainsaw Man isn't done, so it's gonna be hard to fully explain it before it's done. Power. Huh? Yeah. There. Power. We're talking about her. Part 2 of the Every Chainsaw Man Character Explained series starts now. Beginning with power. And you're like, oh, last time you did Makima, why don't you do Denji? Why don't you shut the fuck up? Denji's still in the story, okay? Denji is still going. I can't explain him. He's not done. I'm sorry. So we're going through all the characters who are, at least for now, static. We'll get to Power's potential return, although who knows? Will that be in part 2 at all? Is part 2 the last part? Will there be a part 3? No one knows. But Fujimoto doesn't even know. Man is just cooking like bonkers. Where is even this whole story going? No one has any idea. No one has any clue. We're going to talk about Power. So just baseline brass tacks, Wikipedia overview. Power is Denji's buddy. He's buddy in the world of Chainsaw Man. Right? The Devil Hunters, the public safety Devil Hunters, work in pairs by and large. This is a, classic trope of cop media. The detective and their partner pair, which I don't, is that even a thing? I don't really know if that's a real thing. I don't know how cops work. I don't really care. Shut up, group chat. So stupid. And in that context, Power is Denji's partner in crime. I don't know. I guess they do a bunch of crimes, but they're cops, so it's fine. That part is very realistic. Shout out to Afro Man. I'm not gonna go on a side. I'm not gonna get sidetracked. I will not get sidetracked. This is a Power video. Right, so she's Denji's buddy. Very good. That's her role in the, you know, public safety architecture. She is also not a human. Right? She is a fiend, a majin, translated as fiend for us, which is just like a lore thing. Technically, she is a human corpse that has been taken over, the corpse of some young blonde, Gyata type individual. And the Blood Devil, a, notably powerful devil. Blood, something that many people have a fear of, although I wouldn't call it intrinsically scary in and of itself. It is certainly something that has a phobia, a notable phobia around it, so it's pretty powerful. Should be, anyway, in terms of devils being powered by fear. But whenever a devil enters, fiend form, whenever it leaves its own body behind and takes over a human body, they seem to get notably weaker, as far as we understand. The Power is no exception. Blood Devil, powerful devil, Power, I mean, she's alright. I mean, she's not no slacker. She does a lot of stuff in fights. She contributes to every battle that they have in a meaningful way. She can heal people. Is a misogynistic trope, but she can. She doesn't like to though, which is based. Like, come on. I don't care about this stupid guy, stupid human. Yeah, as a devilish being, she doesn't really like humans. Uh, which is that's also extremely based. Tatsuki Fukumoto. Story and art. Story and art? This guy's fucking wrong with him. And whatever. Who cares about my name? You know, so she's a meaningful member of the squad, does a lot of stuff, protects Denji a lot of times, kills a bunch of zombies on her own. She tends to kind of just run around and do shit, which uh, lacks focus, which is relatable. Extremely, extremely relatable. But, he is also one of the most popular characters, I would say, of all of them. He is selfish, aggressive, angry, egotistical, liar, pathological liar. Um, he's like a kleptomaniac. He is, quote unquote, racist. She hates humans. She loves to eat flesh and drink blood. uh, Personality wise, Fujimoto himself has said that she's a mixture of John Belushi's character from, no, not John Belushi, John Goodman's character from Big Lebowski, and Eric Cartman. Kind of this just, you know, totally ego driven asshole who does have, emotions, but mostly ignores them and deals with the consequences later on. Also, extremely relatable. Yeah, a baseline that is Power's character. And for a big chunk of the story, Power functions mostly as comic relief, you would say. Like I said, she does contribute in the fights, but it's not like she plays a key role. It's not like she's the one who takes out Quan Chi or something like that. It's not like she takes down Reze or something. Like she does stuff, but she's not. She has meaningful powers or that contribute to the story. But for most of it, it's kind of like peripheral. You know how in like Power Rangers squad based shows, they have there's like the main story arc going on, and then the other character, the fan favorite side character, not side character, or sort of secondary, the not leader of the group, the secondary members, they each have their own little thing that they do. That, yeah, it's part of the story and it's not meaningless, but it's also kind of just fan service, I guess. It's just kind of a thing that's going on. It's not necessarily the most important, significant thing. Power kind of has a lot of moments like that. Like in the Katana fight, she doesn't want to fight him because she's scared. So instead, she goes off on her own and just fights a bunch of zombies. Which I guess, someone fights zombies. Sure, that's not. I mean, that's not easy to do, and B, she does it pretty well, but it's like just kind of running off, doing her own thing, which happens a lot. And she's sort of a comedic character. I mean, she's funny, goofy, silly, selfish, uh, uh, egotistical, uh, right? So that's a great combination for a comedic character. Eric Carton. What is that? I'm just gonna look at his name. John Goodman, Big Lebowski. Walter Sobchak. Walter. I had Walter from Lebowski. Walter, Eric Cartman, these kind of characters. They're funny. They add a lot of levity to the film. But, much like those characters, not you. I guess you, but not you. You. Much like those characters, Power starts. I don't want to say starts. She has this comedic role in a lot of the story, but in the end, as the story takes its complete form, these characters come back and take a central, meaningful role in the story. Now that's true of Eric Cartman in every South Park episode. The normal structure of a South Park episode is Eric Cartman hears about something, decides he's going to be a complete dick about it, does something horrible and misguided, and then brings it back around and learns a meaningful lesson. And usually that lesson is kind of a satirical, tongue-in-cheek punch at society. That's how South Park works as a storytelling, as a satirical storytelling form. Right? So, comedy, kind of biting satire in their satirical character driven purely by ego and selfishness, then realizes kind of the error of their ways, but also even the error of those ways ended up exposing something that everybody learns from. That's you. Let me change this for the comic relief. Into meaningful role. Right, this is sort of the type of character we're talking about here. So this. So this. But I say this, and this is, I would say, broadly true. I mean, she functions the same with Walter, right? Walter is kind of this like a goofy, loud, violent, angry dude in The Big Lebowski, but then takes on. I mean, what's the story of The Big Lebowski? Who fucking knows? There's a lot to say about it. I'm not gonna go on a Big Lebowski theory, but through the story, Walter does sort of his purpose in the narrative changes from the beginning to the end, and it is sort of like this. Now, I say that about Power, and it's kind of true, but it's not really true overall, because the beginning of Power's introduction to the story is not really like that. Single page formatting here. This is the part of the stream where having the background music is great, but you can't really do video edits with it, unfortunately. I mean, you can. Doesn't matter that much, but it's kind of weird. Kind of weird, as we learned from the first one. So, we're gonna fix that. Let's go to our actual. The actual first part of this. Alright? Whoa. Whoa! Lift my bitrate a little bit, as I can. Bitrate, go! Okay. Oh my lord. So, Power. Right, those other characters, Cartman, Walter, they're even within Chainsaw Man. Kobeni, right, is sort of the other comic relief character slotted in here, segmented into the story. But their introduction is comedic. Their function at the beginning is comedy. They are weird, they are silly, they are selfish, they are goofy from the jump. That's how they start. And then they, come back around to having this meaningful role. But Power is a little different. The idea of Power as like a significant, meaningful character is there at the beginning. Right? Of course, there is the one of my favorite sequences in the whole series still. Right, this is early on. Fujimoto's not too crazy with the paneling, but this is one of the more interesting ones with this kind of blurred fade into the flashback, the black background paneling, semiotic symbol for flashbacks in Japanese comics. Fantastic black and white technique. Black gutters for the past. You have this repeated structure. I mean, it's just a great sequence. This continued breakdown of the pages that then fades into this. This being a kind of thing that Fujimoto does a lot more recently, but this is one of those early moments where he's dabbling in this kind of I don't know, like a fade to black, like he's trying to do a movie thing with panels. He does that a lot. He loves movies. Okay. But anyway, enough me talking about how much I love Fujimoto's art, which I could do forever. But for Power, alright, this is the end of her introduction arc, she does sort of begin as not really a comedic character. She's kind of an antagonistic character to Denji. She's not really funny. She's more so upsetting, kind of mean, kind of annoying, problematic. A problem Denji has to deal with. Then here, we get this sympathetic turn. Of course, this is something Fujimoto does with so many characters. They, do evil stuff. They're mean. You don't understand them. They seem just uh, cruel and problematic and immoral and unethical. But then you learn. You learn about them. You see the heart of why they are bad, and suddenly they're not bad anymore, even though they're still bad. But sort of, there's something more. There's something more. And, this is Power's moment of humanization. Humanizing the devil. Sympathy for the devil right here. Literally. Sympathy for the fiend, I suppose, in the technical sense. But she loves her cat. You know, pets are great. And then there's this line right here. One of my favorites. I've always killed everything that my gaze. It feels strange to hear a voice that isn't screaming. So strange. I love that. Absolutely beautiful moment. It was done great in the anime as well. One of the best moments in the anime, I think, by far. Uh, which which makes sense. I think it's one of the best moments in the in that first section by a long shot. There's the box entrance. There's Powers backstory sequence. Uh, the Ghost. Easy Revenge is a good one. Those are really, the Katana Man fight is cool from a Denji character development standpoint, but the fight itself is kind of weird. Like most Chainsaw Man fights are. They're not really, until Lamau. Okay, anyway. This is awesome. We'll come back to that. Give it, give it. Train of thought, getting back. And so from the beginning, you know, Power is kind of this complicated, sympathetic character. And she is an aspect of this part of the story where you have devils and humans, and there's this strange uh, ambiguous relationship there. The popular understanding in the Chainsaw Man universe uh between uh devils and humans is that they're enemies. That the public safety is fighting the devils. They are the cops fighting the evil devil monsters. They're saving humanity from the horrors of evil. But what is that relationship really? Well, power being you know, part devil, part human, kind of. A devil in a human form, in human flesh. In that moment, I lose it. No, go back. No. In this moment, huh? You're back. We see that there's something more to the relationship between devils and humans. You know what I mean? Uh, and power, in the beginning, is a vector of that. Right? She is the first look we have, besides Denji, at a more complicated relationship between humans and devils than just being um, enemies. And Power is particularly interesting because she's a fiend, so it's not like she is a human, right? Having these humanized traits. It's not like she's a person. She is at the core a devil, and yet something about her existence as a fiend, her you know living in this human form, is giving her this human trait of connecting with animals as this owner and pet relationship, right? That's pretty interesting. So she doesn't start in this comic relief role. She starts in an extremely meaningful role. She's has a complicated relationship with Denji that develops through their mutual connection between their pets, Denji with Pochita, and Power with Meowie. Right, they have that mutual relationship. And train of thought. Starting back up. Again, this is where the background music is super nice. Lost it. Coming back. Da-na-na-na-na. See? We can edit this out now because there's no background. So she starts in this very meaningful role, but she does sort of fall into this background comic relief going forward, even as she becomes a part of the Hayakawa family, right? The little sister role in the Denji Aki power trio of live together roomies, right? Uh, you know, she drinks Denji's blood and becomes sort of attached to him as a younger sibling sort of role in that way. Um, and so she does still have like a meaningful role in the story, but she sort of falls into the background of the narrative for a very long time. For a very long time. Until the very end. Until the very, very end. Through the Bomb Girl arc, she does some things, but, they don't necessarily matter. They're more just kind of silly, funny comic relief. Same at the International Assassins arc. And then, of course, in the, Gun Devil arc, that's mostly focused on Aki, not really centered around power. But in the end, right? In the end, power is probably the most significant side character of all. That's right. I said it. In terms of the plot, it's either her or Corbeni. It's not Aki, by the way. Aki's such a fucking idiot, dude. What? Aki is such an idiot. It's either Power or Kobeni, but probably Power in terms of the plot. He ends up being the most significant side character of all of them. He's the one that contributes the most of anybody, both in terms of her death at the hands of Makima, setting entire final arc in motion, and then her return from hell, her rebirth, reappearance, and final act of sacrifice being the key that allows Denji to overcome Makima and assert himself and save humanity? Question mark? Was that, did he save humanity? Does it matter? Who cares? No one really cares. No one knows about him defeating Makima, or that it was important that he did so, or even the audience. I don't even know if we do know that it was important that he did that. But regardless, he did because he wanted to. That's right, he did because he wanted to. And power is the one who allows him to do that. Let's just pull it up a little bit. As per usual, I mean, with these explained videos, it's gonna be, yeah, mad spoilers. Don't don't be shocked. I think it's around 95, right? Yeah, it's before that. Really? Nope. 89? Nope. Yes. Here we go. Yeah, ha 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 ha. The laughter, dude. Laughter in Chainsaw. Not quite as important as in One Piece, but it's certainly there. Power reemerges in her true devil form. And fights. And in the end, boom, right here. I will say that you miss me so much you can't do anything. When devil times find my friends and turn the devil back into power again. Then I can be. This is a contract. I'll give you my blood. The blood from the blood devil. In exchange, come find me. Boom. Once again, reborn. In a dumpster. Just why why in a dumpster, Fujimoto? Oh, this guy, dude. I just need to throw my main character in the trash, dude. My main character is garbage. Absolutely, absolutely ridiculous stuff. Alright, but Power, the little sister, sacrifices herself, gives Denji her blood to save him, to help him return to himself, become Denji again, and find that hope for the future. Gives him his new goal to come find her in hell. In that sense, she's the most significant side character of all. Even as her arc, her story has been wrapped up, this strangely human yet, also psychotic, insane fiend who was really just a silly, selfish young woman through the story, ends performing one of the most important roles in the story of all. The most important role of the story of all. One of the few side characters from part one who still has like sort of a tangible presence in the second part. Here we are in part two, constantly thinking, how will Denji get back to hell? How will he go find power? Because it's the devil contract. Those are not no joke in in Chainsaw Man universe. Denji sort of has to go do that, and so we are waiting. Power has set the stage for a big part of the story for Denji to go to hell. We know Denji is going to hell because of what Power did. which uh, which is a big sort of comeback for the character, right? Yeah, it's this very long arc. Beginning, she's super interesting, complex, and then sort of falls off, becomes Denji's sort of sidekick, buddy, comedic, comedic element. Just sort of goofs around, doesn't really maybe accomplish that much, but then comes back up, comes back up, and brings the story to its conclusion. Brings the story to its conclusion, and drives the story forward to its next part. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice little 40-minute rant. Probably cut it down to like a 20-minute video on power. Power. The most significant side character of any of them. The most important one, most significant one. You want to understand uh, what the side characters are and what they do in the story. Power is the one. He's the most important one for you to think about. How they work, how they're written, what Fujimoto does with them, how he thinks about them. He is at the heart of that. Of course, Aki is there as well. Aki ends up being less so that way. Alright, video done. Bring the music back. We're gonna go to the conclusion of the stream. By doing a little dunk. Because bro really decided to call out the channel while I was live. Alright, let's cook him. We're cooking. We're cooking somebody on Twitter live on stream. Sometimes you gotta do it to him. Alright. Not you. Not you. Another one? Yes, I do. We got ops. We have ops. If you don't follow me on Twitter, which I think like almost 100% of my subs do, you know, this YouTube channel is, I don't know, it's just like a creative outlet for me. I'm not really uh, that deep down on it as of yet. This guy is just a weird, 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 Don Don hater, dude. He's just, this guy is just constantly posting about how he hates Don Don. And I'm gonna be real. I don't like Don Don that much. This is fun. It's cool. It's got great art. The plot lines are cool. The main characters are great. The character cast is awesome, and a lot of the stories of the ghosts of like the monsters are really good. I mean, there's some incredible moments in the sort of backstory world development, I guess you'd call it. Like the development of the villains is awesome and really in depth and cool, intricate. But oh, I haven't really felt like any arc ended particularly well at any point. No ending of an arc has really hit me yet. The Evil Eye one was close. It was still kind of eh. But this guy just constantly posts about how much he hates Nandanan. So I said, bro, bro, who are you? Like, why are you doing this? Man got extremely pressed. Just, this is a insane thing to say. I don't like, you know, I feel like this kind of reply, normally you say, shut the fuck up, I wasn't talking to you, and, move on. Well, now, or whatever. Instead, checked out the channel. Thanks for checking out the channel, by the way. Sub, like, dislike, I don't care. Hate, comment, sub so you can come in the chat and spam, insane stuff to ruin the stream. I mean, that sounds awesome. Let's go. Uh, Plus, that's a dumb question. I think it's a pretty good question considering that you spend so much time complaining about Dandana. Why? That's what I want. Who are you? Why do you do that? That's so weird. you know, I can't. I want to understand who would uh who would post all the time about a manga that's, I don't know. I guess it's popular, but it's not even like I wouldn't even call it like a smash hit or anything. It's getting an anime. It's like well known. It's well liked, but I don't. Most people don't even say it's like incredible, like the best ever. It's got some fans who are like, yeah, it's good. Check it out. It's fun. You'll like it. But none of them are like, oh, no, it's high art, super serious, mega the best, top one manga of all time. Just like they like it and they're enjoying the series, so they try to rep it. And he just goes around and hates. I don't like what the why. Less than 50 subs on YouTube. Almost there. Almost there. Less than 50 subs on YouTube. Not much clout here either. I wasn't talking about clout, dude. I wasn't talking about clout. I was talking about who who are you that you spend all your time hating on a manga that uh uh that that no one, yeah, is hating on a manga. Like why would you do that? Why would you spend all your time hating? I can understand hating. I do a little hating. I'm a Naruto hater. But that's not most of what I do on Twitter. About, by the way, closing in on the 1 year. About 8 months old. About 8 months. Haven't really posted that much. Posting a couple vids a month. Doing a couple live streams a month. Weird ass behavior though. Weird ass. That was just for y'all. Weird ass thing to do in response to this comment. So I'm just gonna block. Thanks for checking the channel. A little editing. Not about clout. Alright. Extremely strange behavior. Crazy Yosuker family? Dude, that's way too weird. Very weird person. Seems extremely personally hurt that Yozakura family is not getting an anime. Yozakura family's very good, but it's okay, I guess. It's fine. It's decent. Whatever. We dunk, we block. That was a very weird thing to do. But thanks for checking out the channel. Love to have people come and look at the page. All engagement is good engagement, unless it's extremely toxic bad engagement, which that's definitely was. Wild as fuck, dude. Weird as shit. Also extremely just normally very weird behavior. You know, I mean, I guess there are some people who enjoy spending their time going around hating on any tweet. But yeah, I don't get it. Sushi bins. Fuda 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 fuda. Fuda 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 fuda. Nani? Huh? Hello, Sushi. You caught the very end of the stream. I just did a little dunk and block on a weird Don the Don hater. Who, I don't know, did a little mini doxing just for funsies. Uh, yeah, I blocked him. This guy blocked him. What's going on? I mean, this guy's got issues, bro. Just issues as a person. So we block him. Goodbye. Extremely weird behavior to do about a manga that I don't even like that much. Uh, Never listen. Also, I just want to say shout out to Doofy. He's back on Twitter. He's back from whatever he was doing. I think he was dealing with his own life. It was like moving. He's engaged. Probably had a lot of stuff to deal with. working that out. Just wanted to take a step away from the content creation. But as you know from the Doofy interview, exclusive leak, new video coming eventually. Also, new album from Doofy's band coming soon. He's back on Twitter. He's back at it. The new album is almost done. I forgot his band name because I listened to the first album a couple times. It's decent, it's solid. Second one could be even better. uh, and welcome back, Doofy. We love to have you. Excited for the next video. Excited for the album. Big love. Uh, and yeah, there's that. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the end of the stream. We cut our little power video in there. We're gonna chop that up eventually. I think I'm going to do one mega video for all of the Chainsaw Man explained, the characters explained. I think that will be a nice chonker content for. I want to, I want to end this. I want to destroy. Yeah, check it out. Check it out. The first part, there's a little 30-second chunk or 30-minute chunk at the beginning that's just a free stream. But then I got about 30 minutes of me talking about the gay isekai, which was pretty bad. He was complaining about gay isekai and Rico, and then about 40 minutes of deep dive on power and a little bit of Twitter dunking at the end. It was a nice stream. It was a fun time. Sushi Bins made it in the chat. You've been in here a couple times before. It's always good to see you around. How have you been, Sushi Bins? As we, although I see you in the group chat all the time, so I'm not, it is what it is. But thanks for stopping by. Love that. Always helps boost the algorithm when that happens. Honestly, if I really wanted to farm one soon-ish, sometime within this year, I should have my career back on track outside of the streaming stuff, and then I will turn to streaming more as a consistent hobby. Right now, I'm just trying to get in it, start doing it, start getting used to it, having fun doing it. I had a lot of fun doing it today. I have fun doing it all the time. Appreciate all the VOD watchers, of course. If you can ever stop by live, we'd love to have you. You can come in here and say whatever stupid shit you would like, and I will read it and I will respond to it as a part of the content. Incredible stuff. Absolutely, we love that. Absolutely love to see it. Always welcome, but if you can't make it or you just don't catch it, that's great too. Checking out the VOD is a great way to support the channel as well. Like, sub, do everything. Follow on Twitter. Spam my DMs with weird links. Do it all. Absolutely. We love that. Drop the like as always. I thought it was you. Absolutely. We may not have the most subs out here right now, but we have the realest, okay? 100% the realest subs. That's the grind. We're not out here farming likes. We're not out here farming subs. We're out here with division, looking for the real ones. We want the absolute deranged freaks. We're in it for the the cable access aesthetics. That's what we're going for here. It was another great stream. Is another fun one. I'm gonna try and do actually at least one a week. No weeks off in April. Uh, we'll see how that goes. Depends on other stuff, of course. Uh, this is just YouTube. IRL comes first because YouTube's not my job or what I would even want to be my job necessarily, but who knows? That's a topic for another time in another life, potentially. Welcome back to that. Thanks everyone for watching who watches. If you watch to the end, which none of you motherfuckers do, but it's whatever anyway. That's whatever anyway. I don't really care that much. Dun, dun. Again, I'm doing this the way to anchor myself. I'm gonna call the stream there. Thanks Sushi Bins only for stopping by, and thanks everyone else for watching the VODs. Those who do. I know Doofy does. And we'll we'll leave it there. Another great stream, another fun time. Got to talk about Power, one of my favorite characters. We're done here. Thanks again. See you next time. Da, da.